Once again, I've seen a very heated debate on Facebook regarding the laws surrounding high bankers in Australia. And this seems to be the most contentious thing that gets discussed on any forum regarding prospecting equipment in this country. Now I'm going to lay this out very simply. I am specifically going to talk about the laws where I live here in Victoria. The laws are different in every single state, and a quick and simple Google search will tell you the laws in your area. So I suggest you do that as opposed to asking me or anyone else. You can get it straight from the Mines Department website within your state or territory. Now I've gone to great lengths to get the actual information not only from Parks Victoria but also from the Mines Department. So this is not coming from me, this is coming from the people who actually make these laws. High bankers are legal in Victoria because they use gravity to process. There's no moving parts within that tool. The law actually states that you are not allowed to mechanically excavate soil, and that is the key sentence in the entire law. That is not a mechanical thing. There's literally no moving parts on it at all. Like, other than its setup, there's a hinge that allows the hopper to move into place, but once it's actually in operation, it doesn't move at all. Therefore, it's not mechanical. Whereas that thing right there, that is mechanical. Because it's attached to an engine, and the engine has moving parts, and the moving parts make it a machine. But this is also a water pump. It doesn't move soil at all. It only moves water. And in the state of Victoria, moving water with a water pump for prospecting is perfectly legal. That is on the Mines Department website. When you combine water pumps with a high banker, you get a non-moving machine at this end that's fueled by a machine at this end, but all the dirt that goes into the machine is dug by hands. And gravity processes the dirt through your high banker. So remember, the key word is mechanical excavation, using a machine to dig soil. That's why dredging is illegal in Australia, because you're using mechanical advantage to move soil. I don't have to physically be involved to get that thing to work. So the second that you hook that to a dredge nozzle and then feed it into your high banker, you are moving dirt by mechanical means. But if I just shovel into the high banker here, I'm using manpower, physical labor, to then tip the dirt into the machine. And what's happening is the pump's delivering water, which is legal, to the machine, and gravity is feeding it through the box. So we're using gravity to process dirt, not any kind of mechanical advantage. Now, remember, this is coming from the people who make these laws, not me. I'm just repeating the information for you. But I hear you say, Chris, you use a yabby pump, and these are mechanical. And I mean, you're right, because this has moving parts and it's used to shift soil. However, there is a difference between that, which is a machine, and that, which has moving parts. And that is the next part of the law, which says that all soil must be hand moved. So this here, whilst it has moving parts, if I put that in the creek and leave it alone, it doesn't do anything. It can't physically move any soil unless I'm involved. Meaning that is a hand tool and I am manually moving the dirt with my hands. Because the yabby pump only works if I am attached to it, right? So I'm still using me. I'm not using any kind of mechanical advantage to shift the dirt and process it. Which brings me neatly to my next point. It's incredibly smart of the lawmakers to have put that law in. You can't move dirt with machines, right? Because that limits the capacity for us to move soil every day. So it helps them regulate how much dirt is being processed every day. Whatever your thoughts on it are, it's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that you have a certain capacity. I only have a few hours of runtime with food that can run all day and night without pause. And once again, it is different for every single state and territory. So please make sure that you check your local laws regarding it. And that's pretty much it. That's literally it. There's no gray area in that. It's just that if you use a machine to move dirt, you're going to be in trouble. But you have to recognize what isn't a machine. For instance, the high banker is not a machine. It's literally static when it's in operation. Whereas a pump hooked to a dredge nozzle is 100% mechanical advantage because you're using a machine to do all the work for you. Whereas a yabby pump, wherever it is there, a yabby pump is 100% not mechanical advantage because you have to physically work the tool the entire time that it's in operation, except there is a grey area here. And the grey area is gravity dredging. I'm not willing to risk my own butt to go out and do it, but if you got really big diameter pipe like that with nothing attached to it, just the pipe, and you set it upstream and create a funnel suction that runs into a sluice box, technically that's not a machine. You're using the river to produce the suction and do all the stuff. There's no moving parts, there's no mechanics in it. Theoretically speaking, gravity dredging is legal in Victoria, but I am not going to be the guinea pig to find that out, so I'm not going to do it. If there are any lawmakers out there that are watching this and would understand and like to clarify more on that point, I'd love to hear from you because that would be very interesting. But until next time, hopefully that clears things up for you. Bye guys.